Welcome to Spill the Tea. Today, we're talking to cozy mystery author Joyce Farinella. Welcome to Spill the Tea with Josephine, and today we have Joyce Farinella. I believe I'm saying that right, am I?
Yes, you are.
So we have Joyce, and she is a cozy mystery author, and she's joined us to talk about her books, including Barking Up the Wrong Tree and Polly Wants a Killer. So, would you like to tell us a little bit more about Polly Wants a Killer? What it's about, who the sleuth is, the setting, things like that.
Okay. It is actually my second book in my Furs and Feathers series. Series is about Natalie Hunt. She is my main character. She has just started her own pet sitting business. So she gets to work with all kinds of fun pets. And the first book was about Fussy, a Pomeranian. And this book involves Grover, a very interesting and unique cockatiel.
Oh, neat.
And so they are instrumental in helping her discover things about the murders that she stumbles onto in her work. And so in Polly Wants a Killer, her client Grover's owner is murdered. It starts out looking like just an accidental death, but Natalie's curiosity gets the better of her, and she keeps digging until she realizes that there was some foul play.
Mm-hmm.
And so the story is just about her and her friends who assist her in finding clues to solve the murder.
And well, obviously, she's solved a murder before in the first book. So, what makes Natalie drawn into the murders themselves? Just her curiosity or something more?
Well, the first book, she just kind of stumbled into it. It was her client that was murdered there too. She seems to have really bad luck with her pet sitting. But she was a person of interest. So there it started out that she was uh trying to save her own skin, basically, make sure
Mm-hmm.
she didn't get accused of something that she didn't do. And so then it was just kind of became her nature to try to help people, because in the second one, the grandson of the victim asks her to stay at the house and take care of Grover until he can deal with things. And
Mm-hmm.
so she's just kind of thrown into it, and so her curious nature gets the better of her, as well as the fact that she's just kind of in that situation. And and she has a sense of justice. She wants
Fair
to
enough.
find out what happened.
So obviously she's a pet sitter. She loves animals. Can you tell us a little bit more about her?
Well, she actually was kind of drifting through life, trying to figure out what she wanted to do, even though, what she wanted to be when she grew up, because she kind of
Hmm.
went from one job to another. And when she accidentally stumbled into pet sitting, she was like, wow, this is something I think I want to do, and I could help people, and that kind of thing. She wanted to do something extra with her life instead of just going to a 9 to 5 job. And she loves meeting people. She loves taking care of their furry family and feathered family, and making a difference that way. And so uh, she is we're kind of following her along in her progression as she's getting her life together. She starts in Polly Wants a Killer. She starts apartment hunting, and just starts she's kind of getting excited about her new life. So we get to kind of see that progression.
Neat. And does this like take place in the same sort of setting, the same town, or is it different areas? Where is the
um
series going with it?
well, she is actually in a fictional suburb of Chicago. So it's got the big city where you can, meet all these clients and that can afford pet sitters. But yet you've got this little neighborhood that's got that cozy feel. You go to the same coffee shop. She's got her BFF. Peyton hangs out with her a lot, and then she's got a couple of older ladies who've kind of taken her under their wing, and they've got personalities as well. They're very unique personalities. One of them, Gladys, is very quiet and sweet, and Annie is feisty and, you know, jumps right into things. So they just kind of round out her personality, and, you know, really contribute to the situation she finds herself in.
The layers of the story. Yeah,
Yes.
that's awesome. So
And
what
of course,
made
we have a detective who
Oh, good.
is trying to keep her out of the crimes and out of harm's way, but you know, she just kind of stumbles into it anyway, and he's kind of given up, I think, keeping her out of it.
Poor guy. They try so hard, these detectives, and it never works
They
out for them,
do.
doesn't it? And, uh, so what drew you into wanting to write cozy mysteries?
I have been reading cozy mysteries since I think before they were called cozy mysteries. I remember when Joanne Fluke came out
Hmm.
with the first few books of Hannah Swenson, and then there were others that were at that time. And I just got started on them. I love mysteries of all sort, but sometimes, you know, when you just want to relax, a cozy mystery gives you that element of a crime to solve without being keeping you on the edge of your seat. You can still go to bed
Mm,
when you get done.
yeah. It's not so suspenseful.
Yes.
Yeah. So have you written other books in other genres or only the cozies?
Barking Up the Wrong Tree is actually my very first book.
Oh, sweet.
I have been writing, I've done business writing for clients for over 12 years. So
Mm,
I've always wanted to write fiction, but it just took a while to find time. And then I was finally like, okay, I need to do this. So
yeah.
I kind of moved into fiction writing.
That's awesome. So with your books, are they wide or are they just on Amazon with Kindle Unlimited? How have you chosen to have them published, or are you traditionally published?
No, I am self-published.
Mhm.
I right now I just have them on Amazon. I do not have them in Kindle Unlimited um because I do plan to go wide, but at this point I was just kind of getting establishing my brand and getting awareness out there. And you know, I think a lot of times people feel more comfortable with new authors buying off of Amazon.
Mhm.
And then, you know, as you get a following, then, you know, moving it wide a little bit more.
That's very true. It takes time to build the brand and to have people follow you and to market those books, right? To get attention. But I
Yes.
mean, cozy mysteries are they have very prolific readers and they're very keen on picking up new authors, which is always great.
Yes, I have found that. So far, I am having very good luck with that. I have gotten several, I've got a pretty good subscriber list now with my
Mm.
newsletter that I try to keep them up to date on what I'm doing, the progress on my next book, and, you know, just what's going on and everything. And that way, get them excited about the next in the series.
Absolutely. So how big do you plan this series to be about? I mean, obviously you're just starting it, but you might have a plan in the background.
Well, actually, I do. I'm already coming along writing on book three. And so I am planning on at least eight. I have decided
Oh,
that for
nice.
sure I want to do eight. And then we'll see as we get along there if I get attached to the characters and they still have a story to tell. I may keep going. I also have ideas for other stories in
Mhm.
my mind. So, you know, I'll just kind of have to see if I want to branch off to something else or do both a series.
And for those who want to find you, I'm going to put your website in the description. Now, can they sign up for your newsletter from your website if they're interested
Yes,
in doing that?
yes,
Oh,
yes.
nice.
They can sign up on my website if they want to follow me on my newsletter. They also can sign up for my author page on Amazon, and then
Mhm.
Amazon lets them know as soon as I have a new release out. So they can also follow me that way.
Awesome.
And then I also have a Facebook page that I interact with regularly.
Sweet. So I'll put any links that I have in the description so that everybody can find you, which is great. And so Barking Up the Wrong Tree is already out. Polly Want a Killer, is that one out or is it coming up?
It is the one that is going to be coming out in the next couple of weeks.
Right.
It will be set for pre-orders next week.
Oh, great. So if people enjoy the first one, they can find the second one from you. All right.
Yes.
Do you have like a writing process that you go through when you're writing? Like, do you have a special room, or do you like, a certain lovely drink or anything like that? Or is it just whatever you have?
I pretty much I've learned to write anywhere. I have a 14-year-old daughter who is in horseback riding and gymnastics. So, um, my life is not on a very strict schedule when it comes to my writing. So, I have written, I wrote great deal of Polly Want a Killer on my phone, because I just kind of would go wherever I had time and everything. Um, about the only process I can say is that before I write a single word, I usually sit down and outline it so I know exactly what's going to happen in the mystery. Of course, sometimes my characters decide they don't like my outline and then they want to do something different.
They hijack the story.
Yes, they do. But that just makes it more fun for me. But I do try to make sure I fit in time to write at least a few words every day. Just, I got to check in with Natalie at least a little bit.
So what is your favorite thing about being an author?
Oh, wow, that's a difficult question.
That's the hard question.
I love creating the stories. Character is a big thing for me. I love creating characters. I like to make people feel like they would recognize this person on the street, or it's somebody they would really love to sit down with and talk with. I
Mhm.
also love the challenge of creating a mystery, which is definitely more difficult than I would have expected. It is funny whenever you start putting in searches for, how to kill somebody some different random way. It's just kind of like, oh, this is funny.
Definitely been
But
red flagged somewhere for my searches.
yeah, I don't ever want to get the attention of the FBI. I'm not sure what they would think.
But there are
But
some really good Facebook groups to be on. Like so like a trauma research group, there's like a law group for writers, there's police group for writers, medical groups for writers. So if you're looking not to get on anybody's radar on the search engines, you can ask your Facebook friends and they've got retired people in there or and active people in there who are happy to help.
oh, that's a very good idea. I may have to try that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I've also found out I enjoy talking with my fans,
Hmm.
because I have people that whenever I send out my newsletter, I usually try to engage with them, with a question or something. And so it's always interesting to me the people who write back and tell a story either about their pet or something else. And it's kind of fun. And I've discovered that I really enjoy that part of it too.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, it's always great getting fan feedback. So please do that, people. We do enjoy it, even if we don't always get to respond. It lifts our day, absolutely. Um, do you have a favorite part of your first book that you want to share with us? Like a scene or something that happened, maybe?
Well, it's not something that happened, but one of the favorite things about my first book is, as I mentioned, Fussy. What is the dog that's in there? She is a Pomeranian, and she was based off my own Pomeranian, Palmer. And actually, the picture on the cover is of him.
Oh, that's nice.
He actually passed away last month, but I wanted to I just wanted to include him. He's been a part of my life for 15 years, and so I really wanted the first book to reflect him.
It is it's kind of funny because I have Boston Terriers in my Camping Girl series, and I have a Boston Terrier. So
Yes,
it is fun to include them just a little bit and capture their personalities in fiction as well, right?
it is because yeah, they all have fun personalities. Whatever pet you decide that you want to include in your story. It's just they have so much. They have a lot of unique character traits and quirks about them that makes them very fun for the story. In fact, I plan on including my pets and some of my friends' pets in several of the books of the series.
That's awesome. So now, do you do like a lot of marketing on Facebook? Like you said, you have your newsletter, right? Do
Yes.
you do any like advertising, or is it just in your Facebook group itself? Things like that.
I do work. I do interact a lot on my Facebook groups. I'm in quite a few cozy mystery groups and different things there. But I also have started doing some Facebook ads, just kind of starting out slowly right now because I know, especially in the cozy mystery genre, uh, it takes a little while to get traction, and so a lot of times people want to wait until there's like two or three books out before they start a series. So I haven't ramped it up a whole lot until I figure once I start getting more books out, I will do more. I do participate in the book funnel sales
Hmm.
promotions and stuff as well.
Awesome. And how long does it take you to write a book about?
Um, the first one took me a year and a half. The second one took me 6 months, and I think the third one I'm shooting for 4 months.
So you're getting faster as you go.
I am, and the books are getting longer, which is fun.
That is funny.
It is, but I have learned from each book, things to do to make it easier for me and make it fit the schedule a little bit, especially since I do know fans love to see the next book coming out. So my goal is 4 books a year. And
That's a good
so
goal. Yeah.
yeah, and so I already have plans to get the one I'm working on next released by August. So
Oh, sweet. And what's the next book title for August?
a most perplexing murder.
A most perplexing murder. Cool. Can you tell us maybe a little bit about the plot without giving away too much? We don't want spoilers.
Well, in this one of Natalie's friends has a friend who has been accused of killing someone. And so she has asked Natalie to go and take care of the cat. His name is Riddle, based off of my own cat named Riddle. And so, and that's where the perplexing murder comes in.
Oh, sweet.
And so and then of course she knows she has solved a couple of other crimes. So she's like, could you look into this and see if you can help my friend out? And so Natalie gets drawn in once again by doing a favor for somebody.
As often it is with our amateur female sleuths.
Exactly.
Exactly. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on today. I really appreciate it. Is there anything else that you'd like to tell our audience?
Um, can't think of anything except just, yes, follow me on either Facebook or sign up for my newsletter. I try to keep everybody in the loop of what's going on in my life and my pets' lives because I have quite a few of those. So
And do you have any advice for new authors who are looking to get into cozy mysteries or writing in general?
um, read a lot in whatever it is you want to write in. It is so much easier to write something that you know really well. Um, but don't be afraid to do something different too.
Hmm.
And make it fun. Make it fun for yourself because writing is not a chore if you're excited to sit down and visit with your characters.
That's very true. That's good advice. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. And we will have all the descriptions below for anybody who is looking to learn more about your books. And hopefully, we can have you on when the third book gets released as well.
That would be awesome. I would love it.